Welcome to another episode of RHINOjoe Outdoors. On today's episode, we head out on the stream, water's up a little bit, got some color to it, we have a great time, and I also go over in this video the rods and reels that I use whenever I'm out on the stream and I'm stream fishing to keep my system simple and effective. Stay tuned, we'll see you in the video. So I just cast out here and something really hammered my lure, but I didn't have the camera on. I forgot to charge this one and the battery was dead, so I didn't realize that it had turned off. But I cast it out here in this little shoal as the water speeding up, getting ready to go into these rapids over here, and man, something just hammered it, but it didn't get the hook. I don't know if it just like slapped at it, but I'm gonna kind of saturate this area out here and see if I can't trigger this fish to bite again. It was on a tube whenever it hit it, but I might try that Ned rig. There you go. There's a fish. Come on. Little itty bitty smallmouth. Come here. Barely got him. Ooh. Man. Well, I guess not barely. I love those little smallmouth, little aggressive little guys. Look at the belly. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, we'll see you later, alligator. Alright, whoa. I just got the skunk out of the kayak. If you watch this back in slow motion, you can see that fish coming up right behind my lure as I'm pulling it out of the water. Oh man. Little rock bass. Little rock bass there. That's looking that dude's eye. That's cool. Adios. You know, one thing I've learned is that when I started stream fishing a lot when I lived in Missouri, I would use, I think I might have had a bite there. Too busy talking. But there we go. Little smallmouth. Well, what I was saying is that when I lived in Missouri, I would started really stream fishing, and I found that I would not detect a lot of strikes, and had a lot of trouble like really dealing with the current and, you know, watching your line and stuff, using this high vis yellow line. And man, let me tell you what, it's a game changer for watching your line. It's so much easier to see those strikes. You know, with this water being kind of brown like it is, I can still see it pretty good, but man, like in the summertime when that water gets that kind of greenish tinge to it, man, you can really see that line. And I just use a fluorocarbon leader. This is a 20-pound braid, and I use a fluorocarbon leader, about 6 foot or so, and sensitivity is really good, and you're able to really detect, not only feel those bites, but you can actually see them. Hey guys, so what I'm going to do here is talk a little bit about my favorite gear to take with me when I'm on the stream. So probably my workhorse rod is this rod. Now the brand and all that is up to you all. This is actually an old school Bass Pro Shops carbon light rod. I like it. It does the job for me with 300 size spinning reel on here. My other reel, which is a Cast King Sharky, I actually took apart and was cleaning, so I've got this reel on here today. But like I said, I use that 20-pound like either a high vis like yellow or like a high vis green line that is easy to see on the water. I use that fluorocarbon leader, and that's where you can kind of change it up based on the conditions. If the water is extremely clear, you're maybe in like a really high pressured stream, you might want to downsize that line. But like on a day like today, with this water being like it is, this is actually like a 15-pound test. And for me, I like that to be the weak point in my setup, so that if something happens and I have to break off, I just break off that leader material. But the heaviest you can go, especially with all these rocks and stuff, like I'd say 9 times out of 10, I usually either use a 10-pound or a 12-pound fluorocarbon line as my leader material. And today I've got an 1/8 ounce jig head that I've got rigged up inside of this tube, and I like the ones with this little wire weed guard on them. Kind of helps keep your hook from getting snagged up on the rocks. And this is a 7-foot medium rod, and I think that's about perfect. I mean, 7 foot, 7'3" medium is pretty good. I like that. I also have the other rod that I bring out on the stream with me. This is another older carbon light, but this is actually a 6'9", and it's a medium light. Same thing, this has got the Sharky on it, and then with that high vis yellow line, 20-pound test. And currently today, what I've got on this is I'm using this for my little Ned rig here. So that's another rod I like to bring out on the stream with me. And one thing I learned is that with my fishing style, when I go out on a lake, I like to bring a lot of rods. Now when I go out on the stream, I've really downsized. I do bring a crankbait rod. Let me grab my crankbait rod. So I bring my main crankbait rod. Obviously I don't need my big 8-foot long deep diver crankbait rod, and this is just my main workhorse one. This is a Bass Pro Shops cranking stick, 7-foot medium with a Cast King Assassin reel on it, and this is a 12-pound InvizX 4 carbon line, and this does all my crankbait needs. I can also throw like a light spinnerbait on it if need be, and that's usually, you know, another one of the rods I take. Alright, so this is my next rod here. This is a 7'3" medium heavy rod, and this is what I use for throwing like my jigs and heavier, bigger soft plastics on. So as you can tell, that's 4 rods, and for me that's as much as I want to carry when I'm out on the stream, especially with all the overhangs and all that stuff. I like to try to keep it more simple when I'm out on the stream. So give that a try, and don't forget to comment down below and tell me what rods you all take whenever you all go fishing in a stream or river, and let me know what you all take with you. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed watching this content today. Went over a little bit about my system I use whenever I'm stream fishing. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit that like button. And if you enjoy watching my videos, whether it be my fishing videos, Tackle Tip Tuesday, whatever it may be, please consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my content. And as always guys, I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to get outside, do something awesome, and if you get a chance, take somebody with you. See you guys in the next video.